bird while drifting from a boat. Now, Jim Duff's custom-made hook arrangement is perfect for this particular flounder fishing situation. Pier fishing is unique due to the greater distance from the angler to the water. Now, we use the same terminal tackle, but we present it in a different manner. One method of presentation is to cast away from the pier into the surf close to shore and slowly retrieve it towards the pier. Now, once we get a hook up, we must either pull it up the side of the pier or go down and get it on the beach. This one's simply too big to lift up the side. The other method is to troll by walking the length of the pier near the shore while dragging the bait near the base of the pilings. Of course, flounder can be caught from any other place on the pier, but the choice site is always near shore. Now, this flounder is smaller and hopefully it won't get off while being hoisted up the side. Sometimes a net is actually lowered from the pier to land a truly large fish. Pier fishing is hard to beat when introducing young children to fishing.
Something with a pipe, you know?
I can't bring it up.
10 pounds. And I have to work an hour to get
Up. I can't bring this thing up.
You got a fish?
I don't know.
I think you could. Yeah, you got a flounder. Holy
Oh my
crap.
gosh, you got a flounder.
Oh my goodness.
Yes,
Oh, it's good fixing tonight. Oh,
I can't. It's too hot. It's too tough.
Don't let go
See?
of the thing.
It's got a hole in my boat.
Let me get my reel
I
out.
got flounder. I got flounder.
No,
Gosh,
mine.
that
Mine.
finger's
But I have to
big.
take it home so I can take it home with or without the fish.
Mommy, can you get this? It's a
You're
flounder.
supposed to bring it in.
I can't. It was too
Oh,
Boy, wow.
I usually use a spinning rod and reel while we're anchored and cast the same terminal bait rig with a minnow and squid combination bait. Now here we cast up current of the boat and again slowly retrieve to imitate the normal action of small bait swimming with the current and not against it. Now the flounder caught while anchored usually represent an incidental catch and not the targeted species. So be prepared and have that net handy for the unexpected. But use a rubber-coated net to protect the fish if it's undersized or if it's out of season. Now this 4-pounder was a very pleasant surprise while we were wreck fishing for tautog. Next, we're going to go and drift fish with Captain Pete Ambrose out of Wachapreak, Virginia.
What's the best bait that you usually use up here, Pete?
Squid with minnows are just about the best bait we have. About all we use. Sometimes we'll cut a flounder up and use the white part of him as in place of squid. And it works real good in spring, but I haven't had any luck with it this summer. I don't know what that looks like to the flounder, but he bites it anyhow. Now, where's your rod at?
Do the minnows have to be as live as those, or can they be dead?
Well, I prefer live minnows, but up until probably 10 years ago, they never used anything here but frozen minnows. Some of your charter boats still use frozen minnows, but the people that charter the boat prefer live minnows, so everybody just about switched over to live minnows now. I've used frozen minnows. I don't see any difference in them. But it's just the idea that you look like to me that they should bait live minnows better than they do frozen minnows.
Well, let's see how they work now. Show us how you're going to do it here.
Okay, we're going to drop them overboard and put them on the bottom and drift down through here.
What's the secret to hooking a flounder, Pete?
What you feel him when he gets on the line, he'll pull on the bait, and then you'll drop back till him count to about 3.
In other words,
Drop back and then stick him.
when you feel him, you don't want to hit the fish right then. You want to let him eat it, right?
You want to let him get the minnow in his mouth and feel it and turn it around and begin to swallow it.
Okay.
Because if you pick it up when he first goes on it, he'll turn it loose. He won't bite it.
Well, Watcher Creek's been known for its flounder for many, many years.
Flounder capital of the world.
Now, drifting covers more ground, but it's dependent upon the wind and the tides. Drifting with the terminal gear that we showed you allows a drop back without the flounder detecting the weight. The goal of any terminal gear is to make the bait look natural while avoiding getting easily hung on the bottom. With a conventional reel, keep it in free spool with your thumb on the spool, ready to release the pressure and drop the bait back whenever you feel a light tap. Count to about 5 and then tighten your grip on the spool again.
That's the keeper. Now we'll put him on top of the dog.
Flounder fishing at Watcher Creek, Virginia.
The depth finder is essential to locate edges of hills and grooves which will hide or provide food. Ultimately, flounder will be where the bait is. So use the depth finder to locate bait as well as structure. The combination will produce fish. Initially, make long drifts, always remembering where the fish were hooked. Then shorten the drifts to concentrate on the areas that produced fish. Remember, you don't feed all the time, and neither do the fish. Now, when we see underwater videos of flounder, they tend to congregate in certain locations and they lay all over each other. That's why we frequently get double headers. When a bait flutters past the flounder has to quickly attack it, and it grabs it in the middle or tail end. Now, the flounder has a hold of the bait, but this bait continues to move through the water, and the flounder has but 2 choices: either hold on or let go. Either way, you don't have a solid hookup. So let your thumb pressure off the reel and drop it back. Then wait 5 seconds and tighten your thumb pressure again, and then gently raise up the rod tip. If there's a lot of resistance, gently set the hook. If not, drop it back. And if you need to, do this over and over again. Now, while the flounder are piled up, double headers are common, so mark the area and return.
Today we're fishing flounder along the Chesapeake Bay Bridge tunnel. We're slow trolling wire lines using long leaders, mono leaders, small bucktails, strip of squid, or shark belly. The trick to this is to fish fairly close to the bridge, but not right on it. The tide coming in, you want to fish on the ocean side. Keep the boat away from the bridge far enough to where you control your bait back toward the bridge, but not yet actually get into the bridge. If you get into the bridge too much, you'll be hanging up all the time. You want to keep your bait, your lead right on the bottom so that your bait will be trolling along real close to the bottom. A boat this size is the size of a therapy. It has fairly big wheels, so I have to take the boat in and out of gear to keep it going real slow. A smaller boat, you might not have to do that if you can get the engine idle down low enough.
Now we're going to dress them up just a little bit, but not a whole lot. And these are the baits we're going to use, big, long baits. Okay, now let's get started. So we're going to put this through and we're going to start. So that it's flopping along the water just like